What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? This is T. Lawrence here, back again with another episode of Starside Hours and another podcast as well. And as you know, last time I did a podcast with the Corrupted Judge, and after I finished that session, he asked me, Lawrence, who's going to be your next guest? And I already had an answer lined up for him, which is Chocobirb. Welcome to the show, Chocobirb.
Hey, hello there. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, along with Corrupted Judge, I couldn't think of a better person to invite to this little podcast session here. So, yeah, I'm happy to do another round of this. And yeah, just like the last podcast with the Corrupted Judge, we're basically going to follow a similar playbook where I ask you a couple questions. But then again, as you watch that podcast as well, as you know, one question can lead to a 20-minute long discussion leading to a bunch of tangents. So I hope you're prepared for that.
Yeah, no problem. I got time. I got everything lined up, so no worries.
Cool. And on my end, I will try my best to sound a little bit more coherent and better at articulating myself because, again, because of the technical issues that I was facing before the podcast with the Corrupted Judge, as well as, you know, it being the first time recording a podcast, I was constantly up on my guard all the time, which made me sound very incoherent and, just mumble a bunch of jargon that, looking back, it's a little bit embarrassing to hear. In fact, I think the only reason why that podcast was watchable is because the Corrupted Judge really carried that session. You can tell he's a much more natural speaker than I am off camera. I mean, there's a reason why I script my videos, so now you guys know.
Yeah, it's no worries. I mean, it's the same with me. I'm a bit of a blabbermouth. I go off on tangents. I stutter quite a bit, so I'm not the most coherent speaker myself, but I will do my best.
But hey, with practice comes improvements, so hey, we're all learning here.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yep. Cool. All right, so then, as always, before getting to the questions, let me do a little introduction of Chocobirb here to the best of my knowledge. I hope I do you service by this. Let's see. Chocobirb is an art YouTuber who I actually discovered through a random recommendation that that popped up on my feed, and I decided to just comment on one of her videos, and you know. Not only did I subscribe to her, but I actually decided to engage because I thought not only her videos, but Chocobirb as a person, as an individual, was a very interesting and compelling person. So, and yeah, that's how we got to know each other. But as for content itself, she does a lot of speed paints along with commentaries of any kind, ranging from, say, stories to random topics of the day, art topics and whatnot, and basically, I think she's kind of part of that art commentary revival that's going on, but of course she does it with her own twist. For one, she's based in Romania, so she does a lot of Romania / travel related content or topics, as well. So yeah, and she also does a boatload of shorts as well. So if you're into that, there's that for you as well. And am I missing anything else here?
Nope, you hit the nail right on the head there.
Cool. Yeah. So I'm gonna put everything in the description as well. But yeah, after this podcast is over, after you finish watching this, go subscribe to Chocobirb, and I'm probably gonna repeat that again at the end of the session as well. So so there's Chocobirb for you. Cool. All right. So let's begin with the first question, and of course, just like with the Corrupted Judge, I promise that I'm not gonna ask anything weird here, so you don't have to worry.
Nah, that's all good. You know, I'm an open book.
Cool. Yeah. So is he as well. Cool. All right. So this will probably take a while for you to think back and probably make you recall back to your childhood, but describe your art journey for me. Like, what made you start art?
Let's see. It all went back to me and my brother, actually. When I was about 3 or 4 years old and we were at the beach or something, my brother just started doodling in the sand, drawing some strange doodles, squiggles, octopuses, whatever you want to call it, doodles. So when I saw how nice that was, I told him to draw that for me on paper, and when he did, it looked 10 times better. And I still have that piece of artwork somewhere back home in a storage unit or such. And from then on, I decided, hey, if he can do this, I can also draw and doodle. And I started basically from there. I watched cartoons, I watched played all sorts of video games and such, and started drawing the characters and improving step by step. I was the quiet kid in school. I didn't really pay much attention to subjects and whatnot. It was boring as hell. So I doodled on the worksheets that we got in my sketchbooks whenever I had a chance. During recess or such, I would draw and sketch and do everything like that. And yeah, I haven't stopped ever since, to be fair. I draw a lot of especially when it came to the anime and video games and such. I had a fascination with a lot of the characters, and I thought to myself, hey, what if I make a character for this universe? And since then, it's been self-inserts, it's been OCs, it's been... I drew everything that had anything to do with that fandom or hyperfixation at the time. So the art journey from there then led on to YouTube and such. It's... I had a small account back in 2020 or so where I posted a little bit on Instagram and that, but I didn't continue on for long. So I basically took a break, and then last year I officially started my art YouTube channel. I wanted to be like the art YouTubers that I've been following, and especially the not specifically the drama commentary. It's more the commentary in general, would I say, that I was attracted to and said, hey, I can do something like this. I can tell stories. I can give some ideas and whatnot into my videos. So let me do that kind of thing. And yeah, here I am. 1 year later, I've pretty much started on what I wanted to do, and I'm now introducing my characters as well into the videos, which is, I think, really nice for the people.
Yeah, absolutely. I think, not just with art YouTubers, but I think content creators in general, I think it's very helpful to create your own brand, per se, and I think one form of that is creating your avatar, like you do with your character, which... yeah, you guys are the audience. For the audience, you're going to see it on the screen right now, sitting on the table. Same with my character. Same with the Corrupted Judge, which I had the pleasure of creating. So, yeah, and it really does help you stand out as well in this ocean of content creators. So, yeah, absolutely. I think it's fascinating. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing. Especially with the avatars and the creations of avatars and such. I always saw them having... The art YouTubers always had some sort of representation of their brand, whether it be a little character or such. And I thought to myself, well, hey, let me do that. It's the only way to stand out, and I include the Romanian traditional patterns in to show that. And even on my tail feathers of the character, you'll see some resemblance to the Romanian flag. And yeah, it's nice. I really enjoyed that process when I was designing things for the channel.
Yeah, and I think that really does represent you, like uniquely you as an individual with your background. Especially, from our previous talks, after getting to know you more in detail. Yeah, the avatar really does represent your, not just you as an individual, but also your life journey and whatnot. Yeah, I think it's really spot on. So, yeah.
No, thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah, absolutely. You did mention YouTube a couple seconds ago, but before we get to that, though, because I got a lot of stuff that I would like to talk about that as well, because it's a whole can of worms in itself. But before we do that though, so you basically discovered art, through your brother, and it basically slowly accumulated over time as you kept on doodling and gaining inspiration from other forms of media like anime and video games and whatnot. But have you ever considered pursuing art as a serious career as opposed to just a hobby?
Let's see. I'd say it was my first year of high school where I was, introduced. They were already introducing curriculums and whatnot to us as far back as the 8th grade. That's the start of our high school years, and they were saying, "Oh, you gotta check out this and this and that, and art is your thing. And how about comics and animations and whatnot? You would do really well in doing that." And I did really consider it. I was looking at universities and all sorts of graphic design schools as well that were in the vicinity. And yeah, for a while I did go off on that idea that that's what I'd be doing, and that's what I was focusing on at the time. I was already developing a portfolio and everything that I would send into to university, but it didn't work out that way, sadly. I immediately went to work for my family as an accountant, and the idea was just very simple for my family. Given the safety situation in South Africa at the time, it just wasn't possible for me to attend university and study it further, so it remained a hobby, a side gig, so to speak, and it's still sort of a hobby side gig. I'm not completely sure I want to pursue it as full-time, and there's my husband and I have been talking about including some packages of me illustrating, let's say, married couples in a certain cartoony style. They like that kind of thing. So as far as professional goes, I'd say that's as far as I would take my art, is designing things for couples and people who are having their children baptized and all sorts of stuff like that. In that regard, I'd say it's professional-wise, but nothing further than that, really.
And I don't think there's anything wrong with that necessarily, because as you know as well, I use this term for the lack of a better term, but a quote-unquote serious art career, like we're talking industry levels, say like, working for a AAA studio as a concept artist, or, any other like serious production artist. It not only is it tremendously difficult, but it does also require tremendous sacrifice and can put a serious toll on you. So, and it's one of those things where if you're gonna do it, you need to go all the way. And it's you need to like buckle up, because know what you're getting into, basically. Because I actually was taught by a former concept artist working for Blizzard, and he's basically an industry veteran. And yeah, he's a very talented dude, but at the same time, listening to his life story, it's like, I thought to myself, is that really the kind of life I want to live? It's like, I don't know. So
it's difficult, man. I mean, if I wanted to work for industry, I would first off have to move to a country where the industry is actually taking place. In South Africa, there was little to no representation in that regard. All the illustrators that you find there were not really, how should I say, working as professionally as you would find in America. It's basically contracted gigs. It's only freelancers that were contracted to do the jobs, and so, which is amazing, I think. It's the fact that you didn't even need a studio completely to hire you, and you're basically just a freelance artist working in that regard, and it's being shown in South African media and such. But talking about the big leagues, I would have need to completely remove all my expectations for the country and go to, let's say, America. I'd need to move all of my things over there, and then there's getting getting a visa for the place. There's making sure that my portfolio's up to date. That there's a lot of stuff that goes into it. So you're right about that. A lot of stuff would have need to change. I don't think my family would have liked that very much. Not that I'm saying they like me living in Romania now. That's a whole different story. But yeah, that's back then it would have been quite one hell of a story, one hell of a journey if I wanted to go to America per se.
It would have made a hell of a book for sure, but
yeah. I could write a book about this whole thing, I'm rambling on.
Yeah. But no, you do make a good point though, and honestly, it was already at least speaking about the game industry, like the art, the what do we call it? The art portion of the game industry, say like not just being a concept artist, but even being a 3D modelist and like all these other various positions. It was already difficult getting into the big leagues per se before the specific year of 2020, before everything just went to chaos. Now, oh boy, I feel really bad for the recent graduates from my college as well who are studying game design, because the game industry today just is not the same as it was before, the whole virus went out of control. And it's not just because of the recession, but as we all know, the infamous AI appeared out of nowhere, which completely derailed everything. And I don't want to just, don't get me wrong, AI has been a huge harm, but at the same time, I don't want to be one of those people who just blame everything on AI as well. There's a whole different number of factors that led to the current state of the industry being the way it is. But yeah, the AI certainly exacerbated a lot of pre-existing issues that just became much, much worse. So yeah, all that blabbering aside, it is tremendously difficult to make it to the big leagues as a professional artist today. So, and I'm not saying all this to discourage anybody listening to this from pursuing it, but again, I just want to let people know, like, buckle up, kiddos. Like, you gotta.
It's one hell of a ride.
You got an enormous mountain to climb. That's not even like the local park. We're talking like Mount Everest levels, man. Like, yeesh.
Oh yes.
So, yeah. But that being said, though, on a positive note as well, kind of like what you just said about making these, quirky, cute little commissions for wedding couples or married couples. An art career, in the broadest term, can really mean anything, and it can be whatever you want it to be. An art career is not restricted to being in the quote-unquote industry, and it can be anything from freelance to even part-time gigs like what you're thinking of. So, and I think that's something that artists need to really consider, in that I'm not saying that they shouldn't be ambitious, but at the same time, like, don't have these really toxically high standards burdening their shoulders. So, yeah.
That's the thing. It's you gotta, in today's age especially, you have to look for opportunities in every nook and cranny that you find. So I'm looking everywhere. I'm looking for, even making posters for people to hand out flyers and such. I'm looking to design stickers and such that would go on into local markets where that can be sold, and a bunch of things that can be done locally, and also with the social media influence, it can especially help a lot, get a lot of eyes on it, and that's the kind of thinking I'm having. And with the photo video business I have with my husband, there's a lot of opportunity. It's a creative gig. I can definitely use my skills in a way to help people, make their weddings and their baptisms even more special by adding a little custom flair to it with the artwork. So that's the kind of stuff I'm thinking about. So it doesn't need to be industry level. It doesn't need to be wow. it just needs to be fun for you. It needs to be realistic. It needs to be scalable.
Yeah, and that's the thing, is that do not sacrifice your health, especially, and like anything else in your life that you value very much, whether it be relationships with family, whatnot, just to pursue to live up to this enormously high, standard or expectation, just to say prove to yourself, or in my case, try to fulfill some long gone childhood dream that's not even relevant anymore. So.
No, I agree with you there. It's all about keeping things as realistic as possible, but I would encourage anybody to go out of their way if they really can. If the opportunity hits them, I mean. Look at me, I didn't expect to come to Romania, for instance. It was the last place on my mind, but then I met my husband on World of Tanks, and boom, now I'm in a country that I never even imagined of before. So really, anything can strike you if you see the opportunity. That's the one piece of advice I can give to the people: is if you have the opportunity, take it. Take the what's it? The bull by the horns? Is that the saying?
I know what you're referring to, but it loses me as well what it is. But I get what you're saying.
All right, as long as that came through.
Yeah. And make sure to enjoy it as well, because
Yes, important.
Yeah, because look, I'm not. I mean, this is a debate that I've been having, that I had with myself and other people as well. But I mean, when I say enjoy yourself, I'm not saying that you need to 100% enjoy every single aspect of whatever it is that you're pursuing. But at the same time, though, like, you don't want something a passion that you love, to become something you hate eventually, because of all sorts of reasons. So, and that's the one thing that I'm kind of terrified of and looking to avoid, is I don't want to get to the point where I start hating art. So it's something that I want to continue to keep loving, no matter what, whether it's a career or not. So.
Oh, I agree. That's what I'm doing as well. I'm pacing myself. If I have the drive to do, I don't know, video after video, I do that. And if I want to take a break, I do that. I haven't exactly faced burnout in that sense before, but I have been close. So I am keeping tabs on what my limits are, and as long as you know what your limits are, then you can do whatever, actually.
Absolutely, yeah. Absolutely. And yeah, especially burnout. I've never personally gotten to that point of like actual burnout where I had to take a break for a couple months. In fact, that seems like completely inconceivable given my current situation right now. But at the same time, though, I did get to moments where my health was suffering, and don't ever want to get to that again. So, yeah.
No, for sure. Keep yourself nice and healthy, because without it, you can't do a thing. If you're sick, make sure you get that bed rest. Don't try to overexert yourself. And this is coming from someone who's actually done that a lot before in the past and suffered greatly from it. So, to take your medicine, kids. Don't skip out on it, no matter how bitter it is. Just take your medicine.
Yep. Yeah, a lot of tough pills to swallow.
Oh yeah, but
cool. Nice. Well, wow, that went on a lot longer. Really, like I said.
Like you said, we have to prepare ourselves if we're going off on a little bit of a adventure here.
Yeah, lots of tangents, like I said earlier. But I love it. That's kind of what I like about these podcast settings, as opposed to a formal interview. And that, it's a lot more informal, and we can just let our minds wander and, be a little relaxed. That's kind of the point of Starside Hours here, so yeah.
Exactly. A formal interview. Oh Lord, please. Anything but the LinkedIn formal interview. God, that is a terrible thing to go on, I believe.
Oh God, LinkedIn is a... You know what? That's probably a topic for another day. Because, probably going on another rant on that, so, yeah.
Yeah, no, I agree with you there.
Yeah, well, all right, but All right, and but then on to the next question. During your art journey, though, you did eventually decide to create a YouTube channel, and I have watched a couple of your earlier videos of you explaining why you created a YouTube channel, if I recall correctly. But still, for the audience here who may not know you, yeah. Number one, what made you start a YouTube channel? And hold on a second, let me rephrase that. No, never mind. Yeah, what made you start a YouTube channel, and how has the journey for that been so far?
Well, I've been thinking about starting the channel for a long time, and I just never had the free time or how should I say, the mindset for it. I was dealing with a lot of health problems back in South Africa, and the sleepless nights caught up to me a lot, and each and every time I thought about making it, I'm just like, this is just not it. I won't be able to stay consistent. There's just too much responsibility with everything else. And as soon as I came to Romania, there was actually an opportunity for me to do this, and my husband was very encouraging about it, so I made the time to be able to do it now that I'm in a better headspace, a better environment. It's not so chaotic like it was in my house back with my family, and yeah, that's basically what it was. I had the opportunity to do so, and I took it, and yeah, I wanted to share my experiences with people. I wanted to share my art. I wanted to actually do the thing that I've been thinking of doing for so long. And but that's the first half of it. You'll have to excuse me. What was the second question to that?
It's kind of arbitrary, but like, how has the YouTube journey been so far? Like, especially related to your art. Yeah.
It's been great, actually. It's better than I expected. Yeah, I'm not getting that much views or that much attraction to the channel, but so far, I've actually accomplished one of my goals, and that is to build a community. I already built a community of people that are solid, that are fun to talk to, that, enjoy what I do. I enjoy what they do. That's what I basically wanted this to become, is just to have a group of people who like watching my stuff. It doesn't have to be millions or thousands. It can just be the few people that I already know, and that's it, really. It's really been fun. I've been enjoying myself, and the community's been growing, which, of course, the more the merrier, as they say. So for me, it's always pleasant to have more people join in on the fun.
I'd say that you're actually doing pretty good on YouTube. It's been almost 2 years, correct me if I'm wrong here, since you started YouTube, right?
About a year and a half. Around October it will be 2 years, so we're around the year and halfway mark.
Okay. Oh, well, that's even better, actually. It's been about a year and a half, and you're already close to 1,000 subscribers, and based on my observation, not only have you accomplished in the objective of letting people know of your art, but you've also built a solid community around it as well, which I think that's one of the really underrated aspects of YouTube as well, even though strangely it's a video sharing platform, in that it can really attract, like-minded individuals who are interested in the same things as you are, at least compared to other platforms from my experience. So I'd say your YouTube journey is going pretty solid. And in fact, I would even dare to say that by the end of this year, 2026, I think you will be able to reach 1,000 subscribers. So, yeah.
I think so as well. I'm very positive that we can reach those numbers. And though not the entirety of the community is active, I still have a solid amount of people that interact, and I can't be happier, honestly. I'm having a blast with just the few people that I've already interacted with, and that's what's keeping me going, is the people. I'm having fun making art. I'm having fun talking to you guys. in a much better place than I was before, and that for me is the most important aspect here. YouTube has changed my perspective on life a little bit at a time, and it's only looking positive. I don't see any negatives so far. It's just been greenlit for me.
Yeah, I mean, you and me both. For me, YouTube, I actually started it out of despair, to be honest, because I was going through my own rough patches in life as well. Before I started YouTube, I was very isolated and lonely, didn't really have much friends, and I felt like I was screaming into the void with nobody seeing my art. And again, it's one reason why I started YouTube, even though it's a video sharing platform. I thought, hey, I might as well just share a couple speed paints of my art and hope that somebody sees it, because I tried on other platforms like Twitter and Instagram, and that just went nowhere. But YouTube, for whatever reason, just handed out everything in spades, and not only did people start noticing my works, but again, I met you guys and gained a valuable community of my own as well, which were very heavily, linked, and which I really appreciate for. So yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
No, I agree. I agree with you there. It's really, I can't complain. YouTube, for what it is and whatever is going on with it right now, though I don't really agree with all the AI slop being posted and such, I really do think it was one of the best choices that I made in terms of growing as a person and meeting new people. It's really brought me out of my comfort zone, and that's something I've been looking to do for quite a while now.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, I don't know who said this, but I mean, it's a little facetious as well, but I think the saying goes that 90% of your YouTube journey is just you creating the channel. It's simply starting it. I know it sounds very generic and cliche, but it's true.
It's true. Doesn't matter how cliche it is, if that's the reality of the matter.
Yeah, I mean, you miss 100% of the shots that you don't take, and the reason why most YouTube channels never take off is because people never start the channel. They never start to begin with. They just it perpetually stays in that what if part of their brain where I'd like to start a channel, but I don't know if anybody's gonna like it, and therefore it just stays as an idea. Yeah.
No, I agree. It's about taking that first step, and once you got that out of the way, the rest is actually quite straightforward. At least for me, it has been. I knew what direction I wanted to take everything in. It just took that first step to get it done, and boom, here we are.
Yeah, and the other thing is that you don't need to have everything figured out from the start to start your YouTube channel. YouTube is it's a dynamic process where you're constantly learning as you go. You're never gonna have you're never gonna have 100%. You're never gonna 100% know what you're doing. I mean, hell, with a landscape like YouTube where things are constantly changing, yeah. I think the idea of you planning everything out meticulously from the start and expecting everything to go exactly according to what you projected is that's a farce. So.
Yeah, and I feel sorry for anybody who tries to do it that way, because they're gonna struggle. You can't plan everything 100%. You have to make mistakes. You have to learn from them if you want to keep going. I look back at my very first video and I already noticed what I could have done better. So, yeah, that's a sign that you want to that you're already learning and you know what to do in a sense. So, yeah, that I've basically, I say, yeah, that's how it is. Once you figure out the mistakes that you made in the beginning, you're already learning and you're already improving. So that's a step up for me.
Absolutely. I mean, my current catalog of videos are already very different from my very earliest videos from 2 years ago. In fact, my old videos, looking back, they're kind of cringe and embarrassing, so...
Nah, I doubt it. I still go back and watch your content. It was great. It really is, man.
Well, I appreciate that. Yeah, but there is a reason why I tried to move on from that format too. So, yeah,
No, by all means.
yeah, cool, and yeah, well, that's an. I mean, I think your YouTube journey, though, again, Riff, I think it is a reflection of a lot of creatives nowadays as well, and that it really, I wouldn't say it's accident is not the great term to use here, but like in a way, in many ways, it was unexpected though, and in the sense that it led to a lot of unexpected positive outcomes of you just deciding to take that first step of creating that channel, which was the same for me as well. I really did not have any expectations for my YouTube channel when I first created it. Again, I just wanted people to see my art, nothing more, but it led to so much greater things. So, and it seems that is the same story for you as well. And, you know, and not only that, but the story doesn't end there. You know, there's so much higher that you can go as well. So, yeah.
Precisely. There's still a lot to see, a lot to discover, and I'm excited for it. Like, really, I wake up every morning thinking about, hey, what can I do a little bit better today? And that's... I never thought like that before. It actually feels amazing.
Again, that's another benefit of YouTube in that, you know, it's... In a strange way, YouTube does feel like a life simulation where you can do a bunch of trial runs without having to suffer the ramifications of real life, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah, where you can really experiment around with different things. And that's also, if I could maybe chip in something for the audience that's watching or listening to this. If you're an artist or creative, please, like, I highly encourage you to create your own YouTube channel as well and post whatever ideas and content and artwork that you have in mind. You never know, you might think that it's a fruitless endeavor and that nobody's gonna watch it, but hey, you never know what it's gonna lead to. Look at the two of us, you know, and what us taking the first step eventually led to, and the enormously great positive outcomes. So for the audience as well, like, please, like, take that first step, you know, do the 90% of the work, which is simply starting the YouTube channel, and just learn as you go, you know. So, yeah.
Just do it. Exactly that. Just do it.
Oh, Shia LaBeouf. Is a
Fun.
I don't know. I haven't heard from that guy recently. I don't know what he's up to these days, but
Neither have I. I wonder what he's got cooking up.
yeah. Cool. Oh, nice. Well, then, all right. The next question, to kind of still, not pivot. What's the word I'm looking for? Or I guess continue from that the topic of YouTube. You mentioned earlier that there were certain art YouTubers that you were inspired by or looking to emulate, and you did briefly mention some drama tubers, and which I not going to get into that too much in detail because, you know, it's drama and don't want to get bogged down by that. But still, I guess to first start off, who are the art YouTubers, if you are comfortable naming them, that you are trying to emulate to? And since you did mention the drama tubers as well, who are the ones that you're trying to avoid becoming? Let's spice it up a little bit.
Let me start off with one person who sadly went really down under and had she went up and then decided it would go down. So the first person I was inspired to be like, in the positive sense that they're more like the positive influence that they were, her name was Hopeless Peaches. She was, her art content was great. Her commentaries that she made around art topics was also entertaining to watch, and I've always wanted to have my channel be more or less like that, have my sprites talking there, have the speed paint in the background playing, and yap about whatever. It's exactly like what she's doing. But sadly, later down the line, she went on a very dark path and more into drama, and then started doing predator hunting for some reason, and that went down really, really badly. And then from there, didn't hear from her again after a massive drama debacle that I won't even bother getting into because I don't remember half of it. But I remember it was a really bad drama situation. But yeah, Hopeless Peaches was the first inspiration that I had, and after that it was Pantless Pajama was her name. She's sort of a story time animator and also an art YouTuber. It's a mix of both, should I say. She tells stories while making her artwork entertaining, and that's another aspect of my content that I want to be. I want to be able to tell stories through my artwork, which is something I'm still working on. The format is still a work in progress, but I hope to have that up and running soon with me introducing more and more of my characters in the videos. And yeah, so those are the first two that I can mention. Then there are other smaller YouTubers like a small YouTuber name. Man, my memory is so bad when it comes to names. Draw by Annie is another one. Her traditional artworks are incredible, and they inspire me to even tackle traditional art myself. In a sense, I've started emulating, let's say, watercolor. I've worked on a few pieces now emulating watercolor brushes and such, and hope to tackle traditional pieces myself once I get the art supplies. So those are the first three that I can think of. And then on Instagram, there's a whole list. There's a whole bunch that inspired me to continue and learn on. And another one that actually came up. She's a big one. Her name is Feng Zhao, and the kind of she mainly draws Genshin Impact characters, but the way she does it is just chef's kiss. Hats down to her. Her style of realism is amazing, and I really hope to be able to explore that side as well, the realism take on artwork.
Interesting. Nice. Got some traditional artwork mixed in as well, which, yeah, it's easy for digital artists, especially like myself, to get bogged down with the whole, pixels and, the tablet side of things, while neglecting that, it all started with lavender flowers and painting physical paints and whatnot. So yeah, I think it's good to keep up. Not forget our roots of where it all started. Yeah, definitely.
That's the thing. When I saw her work, I was like, wow. I remember just sketching with pencils. That's all I did was pencil work. I did try acrylics, oil paints, all of that stuff. Didn't really sit well with me, but the sketch works, the alcohol markers, all of that. When you put it down on the paper, it just feels so good. I can't explain it, but it just feels different. When it comes to doing it digitally, it can't really emulate that same feeling. So definitely gonna go back to traditional when I have a little bit of money to get supplies with.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, even with myself, actually looking back to my childhood now, yeah, most of my drawings were just with a pencil only. I did a lot of sketches. Similar to a lot of like comic sketches that you see from mangakas and other like DC comics.
Yeah.
I would just draw like cartoon characters just with a pencil, and
I I remember that my brother was very fond of drawing the Simpsons artwork. So that also inspired me to go a bit more around comics and such. He liked drawing the Simpsons and also South Park characters. So that was quite entertaining to see. I wanted to be just like that and draw those characters.
As you can guess, or probably doesn't surprise you, but I used to draw a lot of SpongeBob characters.
Ooh, nice. You need to draw Patrick in the high heels, man. I bet you would do him justice.
I think there's already a scene of Patrick wearing high heels in the SpongeBob movie where he's dancing around. It's during the Goofy Goober
Oh, man.
theme, yeah. Yeah, I mean, as you know, I'm obsessed with SpongeBob, which is why I can also, why I've relentlessly
It's a great show.
Come again?
It's a great show.
Yeah. No, I mean, it's a running joke among my friends, and and even my parents, who were very annoyed by the fact that I was so obsessed with SpongeBob. Every time I turn on that show, they just roll their eyes. It's like, oh God, he's watching that shit again.
Exactly the same with my parents. My mom didn't like SpongeBob for whatever reason, but me, I enjoyed it whenever it played on Nickelodeon.
Yeah. My mom would especially hate SpongeBob's laugh. Which, you know what, as a parent,
yes.
I can see why,
Yes,
It's like,
I can see as well.
It's like, hey Patrick, all the time. Yeah, you didn't expect that, did you?
No, I did not. You do it so well. Your impressions are really good.
To this day, my Squidward one is still the best one, as you know, as well.
Yeah, the Squidward takes are one of my favorites in your videos.
It's like, don't be intimidated, Squidward. Try to imagine him in his underwear. It's like, bing! Oh no, he's hot!
Beautiful. That is artwork right there.
Have you seen like the various dubs in foreign languages of all the memorable scenes of SpongeBob, where it's like so and so scene in 27 languages?
Oh yeah, especially the German one. That one catches me off guard.
I don't know if I should make this joke here, but the German dubs are very in character.
They are!
And they're very much in tune with the stereotype.
It comes from I actually first learned about those dubs when I was with my ex. He was Polish, and as a kid they only had German cartoons, and German SpongeBob, so he was reiterating a lot of the scenes to me in German, and I was laughing my ass off, so yeah, fun.
I actually do. So for the audience as well, I used to live in Germany as well. This is what we talked about this, but yeah, and I remember, yeah, it's really jarring how stark the contrast is between the German dubs and the original dubs. Especially to give you one example, the one scene where SpongeBob is being mind controlled by Plankton, and he walks into Squidward's house and breaks into the wall. You know that one scene where this is in Plankton's voice. He slowly turns his head around and he's like, "Shut your mouth, you mediocre clarinet player," or something like that.
Yes, I remember.
Yeah, and the German dub goes like this. It's like, "Halt den Mund, du drittklassiger Klarinettenspieler." And the literal translation for that is "Shut your mouth, you third-class clarinet player." Which
third class.
Yeah, it's like these damn Germans. They really know how to stab where it hurts the most. Like, you're not even a second-class clarinet player. You're a third-class. Like, that's how below and bottom you are.
Poor Squidward. Oh, shame. Shame.
Yeah. So. Oh, here's one that you should probably
lovely.
know. You speak Afrikaans, right?
Yes, Afrikaans.
Yeah, Afrikaans. It's basically like a form of Dutch, basically, and the one scene where the one scene where Squidward he sees Squilliam's buffed up body and says like, "Oh no, he's hot." I think the Dutch version goes it's like, "Oh nee, het is een hunk." You understand that?
Yeah. Oh, lovely! That was spot on. Beautiful, I tell you.
Yeah, you understand that, right? It's like enough. Yeah.
No, I understood.
Yeah, and for the audience, oh no, hate is in hunk means like, oh no, he's a hunk in Dutch, and yeah. And I think in German it goes, oh nein, Waschbrettbauch, which is like, oh no, washboard abs.
Washboard abs.
Yeah, it's like, Waschbrettbauch means washboard abs.
Oh, that's lovely.
Yeah.
Good grief.
Oh man, but damn, enough SpongeBob voice acting here though. We really did go off on a tangent here. Did not mean this.
Yeah, it was fun. I haven't laughed like this in quite a while.
The audience is definitely gonna have a blast with this. I'm very much
for sure.
Oh man, yeah. So, well, I hope you really enjoyed that laugh though, because now we're not only are we gonna pivot back to the topic of YouTube, but again, like if you're not comfortable like talking about this, then like feel free to like let this slide. But like I guess the issue of drama though in relation to art YouTubers or let's just like expand that to just YouTube in general. So I've been an avid consumer of YouTube for a very long time, and I've seen a lot of channels come and go. And when you mentioned like some art YouTubers that got into a bunch of drama and basically fell from grace, I know what you're talking about. And yeah, not trying to delve into like specific drama, but just the issue of drama in general. And that, what is it that, I don't know how I would frame this or how I would even go with this, but first of all, what attracts people to drama, and how can prospective YouTubers avoid that and falling into the same trap that other people that fell from grace did? If you would, yeah.
Let's see. If I can put it as simple as that, is a lot of these people are young. A lot of the YouTubers that get into this drama are young, they're teenagers, they get into all sorts of shit. They're kids, kids get into trouble. That's just how it is. Mm-hmm. The problem is they let their emotions consume them. They get so hyped up or so angry at a thing that they start rushing into making reply videos and whatever not at certain drama topics. And that's usually the case. They're not keeping cool-headed. They're not really, trying to make the situation better. They're kind of adding more issues to it, more drama, making it basically a whole fucking shit show, if I can put it like that. And it's that's where they fall from grace. They think it's all haha funny, all great and whatnot, but then it gets turned around on them just like that, and they panic. It's about the emotional control, and I know a lot of us, especially when it comes to drama, people are attracted to drama because there's emotion involved. That's basically it. It's emotion. It's for some people it's entertaining. For others, it's they're on the receiving end of the spectrum, so it's not so nice, obviously, but that's what I think is going on psychologically with people and involved in drama, is the emotion of the whole thing. It's that. What do I have the words for this? But that's basically what it is. It's all emotions, and people are attracted to emotional things. It sparks a reaction that ordinary, mundane run-of-the-mill things in a day don't. So that's my take on why they're attracted to drama. As for how to avoid it, well, learn better control over your emotions and try not to get into shit. Try to see the red flags on some certain topics. Don't get too how should I say, hyped up about something when you know it's only going to lead to trouble. But that's all said in hindsight, to be fair. This is just my point of view from seeing the drama on one side. I was never involved with any drama takes. I don't think I ever will be, because that's beneath me. I got better things to do with my time.
You have an actual life to live in, like those other people.
Bingo! I do not live off of drama. If I see YouTube comments or somebody saying, hey, your art piece is shit, I don't go start a revolution over it. I ignore the bastard and continue on with the good stuff that's going on.
Well, it's not even just a matter of hate comments, because, I mean, it's clearly, like, drama's clearly much, 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 much more than that. Now, without naming any specific people, if you know what drama tubers are, they basically, commentate on all these, like, mud-flinging contests between different influencers that go on, and they basically just capitalize on that, But, that's kind of their shtick, though. That's their job, if you want to call it, to constantly, like, feed off of drama. But what I don't understand is, and you're probably going to know who I'm talking about here, but why certain art YouTubers, which the niche itself is very, it's very mundane and even wholesome on the surface. Like, why these kinds of people would also get into drama with each other and just really, put themselves in situations that could have been perfectly avoided, let's be real. If they, like you said, just kept their emotions and touched some grass and, not be terminally online all the time. It's how did it lead to all
that? Good question, to be fair. It's one I'm still trying to figure out myself. But from what I can say is if it's their job, so to speak, then that's what they're looking for actively. They're actively looking for crap on other people so that they can do their content, which is... That's actually kind of a shit job if you think about it. Actively looking for negativity among your own community just so you can get a few videos out. That's sad, to be fair. That's really sad.
I can see from like a utilitarian standpoint where, let's be real. Drama does, and negativity does attract a lot of attention. And it's sad that it's the way it is, but it is a very quick way to gain views and grow a following. Mm-hmm. That is true.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. I remember specifically with Hopeless Peaches' case, she was able to gain views and massive following after correctively stating what another YouTuber was doing wrong in the art community, I believe. And also back with Amino. I'm not sure if you know what Amino is.
The name does sound familiar, but yeah. It
was a gathering place for a lot of artists, and within that specific community, you could do a lot of things. You could create your own Amino group, so to speak, and it's a form of Discord in a way. That's what Amino was, and it was specifically for the art people. And that's where a lot of the drama was happening, was over there on Amino. But that was a bunch of 14, 15-year-old kids doing all that shit, and sadly, it is that people are attracted to drama. It invokes emotion. It's entertaining for some, and let's just be fair. From a young age, people are conditioned to think gossiping and knowing, what they're doing better than another person is. That's how they're conditioned to think. They're always thinking how they are better than others, and A lot of this is portrayed, especially in the art community, you know? Oh, that guy's art style is better than this guy. Oh, this guy was tracing that and not giving credit. Oh, this, that, the other. It's one hell of a show, let me tell you. That there are still some art drama YouTubers out there that it's not as massive as it was back in 2020, but it's still there. And from time to time, I do keep on tabs to see what exactly is going on in the community. But yeah, it's much more subtle than it used to be.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, the whole issues with the art community in itself could probably become a podcast of its own another day.
Yeah, for sure.
But I don't know. Maybe if you want to come back for like a round 2 of another episode, we can like have a more serious discussion about like art community in general and whatnot. Which, it might even upset some people considering some of the topics we do. But yeah, maybe that's for another day.
Yeah, by all means, I'm open to the idea.
Yeah, we're already approaching the hour mark here, so yeah, we've already covered enough here, enough serious topics already. So yeah, but I guess I will say this one last piece before we move on to the next question here is that, guys, like, look, especially for people that are like up and coming creators that are trying to grow their content and whatnot, do not rely on drama, guys. Okay, yes, like drama can be a very quick and easy way from the beginning to earn a lot of views and subs and traction and whatnot, but in the long term though, it's not going to be sustainable, because number one, if you start a bunch of drama against other people, then other people are going to start flinging drama and against you and attacking you as well. So unless you can dish it up, know what you're getting into when you're gonna open the Pandora's box. So, for the lack of a better term. And secondly, it's just not good for your mental health. Okay, like,
nope. It is not. Like, it really fucks you up, if I can put it like that.
Yeah, it's not worth it. So, but yeah, I'll end it there. Cool. Yeah. So, that being said, let's see. This is a very minor thing here. This is a little bit more technical, I guess, but I noticed that in your YouTube channel, you did start focusing a lot more on shorts than regular videos, and that's also a whole nother can of worms, and the eternal debate goes on within the YouTube creator like advice community, and the whole shorts versus long form content debate and whatnot. But I guess for you though, what do you? Number one, how do you balance between regular videos and shorts, and what do you personally prefer and prioritize on?
Let's see. I started off the channel with YouTube Shorts, to be fair, because I saw a creator by the name of Mariuku, something like that. I watched her shorts a lot, and she was always having either a little piece of advice on the video, or talking about her art journey on the video, or any tidbit of advice while a speed paint was playing in the background. And I thought to myself, hey, this is something nice and easy to get myself into. And I started focusing my content around doing shorts in the beginning. So I still do shorts on a daily or second day basis. It's a big part of my content. I feel it's manageable. It's very manageable for me to be able to draw my piece and then compile the video. It doesn't take that long as it would with a long form video. So I tend to focus on shorts a lot. But recently I have been focusing a little bit more on long form as well. So to answer the question, I'm kind of dividing my attention as equally as possible between the two. am focusing day by day on doing a little bit each day on a video, a long form video, and then I put out my short form content for the day, and that's how I get the two done.
Your shorts do certainly seem to be much more successful than your long form videos for sure, and if I may guess, I think that's the shorts are what's actually bringing a lot of traction to your channel, correct?
Yes, a lot of the subscribers come from the shorts, that I will admit. And also a lot of my community members have come from the shorts, so that's also a big benefit. As for the long form content, I believe the reason it's not doing that well is because it's not entertaining enough for the people, let's be honest. Rarely do you find a channel that, does content that you can just pop up in the background and do your own thing while listening. Very few people are actively, have the attention span for that anymore. So that comes down to the type of content that it is. But I have been learning a little bit by bit how to make it a bit more entertaining. I've added some more elements in my long form videos. I'm going to include my OCs to do a little bit of the talking. Thanks to you, of course. You inspired me to add more characters to my videos, as you once put it when I was making my poll about Advocate. I believe you said it's always better to have a wider cast. And so an idea hit me, and I'm like, yeah, I'm going to have my OCs actually do something in my videos from now on. That ought to spice things up.
Yeah, and make it like there's an actual conversation or interaction going on between the group, to make it more interactive. Absolutely. Yeah. Well, I'm very honored to hear that. And but I was gonna say though, regarding the long form versus short form debate, I think it really comes down to like the kind of audience that you're trying to attract, and I think like the gap is like significantly widening in the sense that people are either looking for shorts or they're looking for these super long 2-hour long videos that they can put in the background while they either study or do chores or do other busy work and whatnot. Like there's no middle ground anymore.
It's hard, and that's the thing I was focusing on, because a lot of the people was telling me, listen here, if you're gonna do long form content, you gotta try to make the first 30 seconds entertaining. And that is challenging for me. That for sure is hard. Then it comes to shorts. You have to make the first 3 seconds entertaining. And then I think to myself, okay, attention span is what's the problem here. You gotta somehow hook the audience within the first 3 something, that there's a 3 involved, that much I know. And hooking the audience in with your videos that way it's difficult. It really is difficult to find a balance here. Trying to make a long story short and significant enough for an audience with a low attention span, that's hard. I'll be honest, I can't find the sweet spot here. It's hard. I either strike one with the shorts or one with the long form. It's not really both.
Yeah, I don't know how the hell you do it. I mean, I basically gave up on shorts. As you can see from my channel, I basically stopped doing them a while back because for me, I'm just not the kind of person that can create a 30-second clip, just on the spot, certainly not daily. It's like, I don't know how other people do it. I don't know how you do it, but for me, that's just not how my brain works. So yeah, it's like, I just ditched it entirely and just decided to purely focus on what I am good at, which is longer form content. So yeah, but hey, I mean, to each their own. Everybody has their strengths and weaknesses. So yeah, your strength is clearly short form content. So, which as we can see from the results, your shorts are doing significantly well. Certainly better than mine.
It came with a little bit of practice. My shorts at first didn't do that well, and I think for any new beginning channel, that's the thing. you're not going to gain a lot of views unless, I don't know, you're one of these first video YouTubers that I see who's getting, I don't know, 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 views in one sitting, and I just think to myself, how the hell, you lucky bastards.
Since you mentioned that, I do have, I wouldn't say a hot take, but how do I put this nicely? Oh man, look, there's nothing wrong with these first, my first video trends in itself, but part of me thinks that, again, people are just riding the trend first of all, so it doesn't really seem that authentic. People are watching other my first video videos and think, oh, if I do that, I'll gain a bunch of subs and views as well. And secondly, a lot of these people that make, these quote unquote my first video videos, I check out their channel, and that's the only video they uploaded, in months' time, and they haven't uploaded anything else since. It's just it makes it come off as a one-trick pony in a way.
Exactly. I really do think it's true what you say. They're only riding the trend because it's hip and cool and whatnot. And for other people, they're genuinely trying to appease their audience. So I have to give them that. I'm guilty of trying to put out yet another one just to test the waters, but it failed. Typical. But it's a different. I'd say it's just because the trend is popular, and that's why a lot of these people are gaining the subs and views and whatnot.
Well, I was gonna say, if that were me and I got a bunch of subs, in the thousands from posting my first video, I would again take advantage of that and start uploading consistently to retain that audience attraction. But then I see a lot of these channels that posted their quote-unquote first videos and they haven't done anything since. It's what was that about then?
Yeah, I agree. I know animation takes a while, but 5-6 months since you post the video? Yikes.
Yeah. There was another YouTuber, it's kind of a tangent, but again, I'm not going to name the guy, but he basically posted only 2 videos in 1 year. And then he complained about why he was not able to make a living off of it. And I was I'm just face palming myself like this. It's bruh, you only uploaded 2 videos per year. Not even within 3 months, per year. It's what do you expect, man?
Yeah, no. If you don't put in the work, you can't sow the fruits of your labor. So that's the thing. He needs to put out a little bit more than just 2.
Yeah, but again, we don't want to turn this into a swiping session, so we'll leave it at that.
Apologies.
No. I'm the one that asked the questions, so it all falls on me. You're the guest here. I'm the host. Yeah.
Still, I don't want to make it indecent for the people watching.
Yeah. But it's a good thing that we didn't mention any specific names, though. Which were, civil enough for that. Other than the one person, but that's public knowledge now at this point. So I don't, and it's old drama too. So I don't think it really matters. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. So, but anyways, yeah, we talked a lot about YouTube, so yeah, I would like to move on from that. But before I do, I just want to say, it's been a very interesting journey to see your own YouTube journey so far, starting from humble beginnings where you, kept on ebbing and flowing in your mind, while you were still back home, and then it's only after your monumental life change as well as you moving to a different country that you finally decided to take that first step. And again, 90% of the job of YouTube is just taking that first step, creating that channel. And I'm very glad and proud to see how much your channel has grown so far. So just want to say congratulations on that, and I look forward to seeing you grow even more as well.
Aw, thanks. You know the same comes from me, right? I'm keeping high tabs on your journey, too. We're in this together, basically.
Absolutely, yeah. Although, admittedly, for me, it's been kind of a more of a messy crap show because, again, like just to momentarily go off on this tangent here, you saw my video about YouTubers changing, and my original intention was actually also to become an art YouTuber as well, until I eventually decided to ditch that and become a more general gaming / entertainment YouTuber. But even in that angle, I don't even know what the hell my YouTube channel is even about anymore, because like I don't just want to become a generic gaming YouTuber either, where I just use a bunch of stock footage. I want to do it in my own way, where I still include art, whether it's my characters and backgrounds and whatnot. So I'm kind of all over the place, where I'm still trying to define what my channel's even supposed to be. But at the same time, though, being such a small channel that I am right now, I decided to just say, hey, you know what? While I'm still a small channel like this, I'm just going to do whatever the hell I want and just continue to experiment around. So, yeah.
Exactly. Now, there's nothing wrong with that, and you will find your meaning soon enough. It's not a straight path. It's like PewDiePie said at one point when he was doing art as well. It goes in curves. It's like a roller coaster. So you're gonna have downs, you're gonna have ups, but just stay true to yourself. Don't whine off of that, and you'll find the meaning soon enough. Trust me.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And that goes for everybody else in the audience as well who's listening.
Yep.
Yep. Cool. So then, now moving on from YouTube, this one's a little bit edging more on the personal territory, but don't worry, it's nothing weird. Well, it's about your moving journey to Romania. And I know for like your own subscribers and viewers, they know of your journey moving from South Africa to Europe. But for people on my channel who may not know you, without delving into all the details, because I know if we do, it's gonna turn into like an hour-long session in itself. But yeah, if you could still like briefly summarize like what incited you to move to Romania and how the journey has been since, that'd be great.
Let's see. Well, to put it long story short, I met my husband over World of Tanks, and he's residing in Romania. I wanted to be with him, so we basically got everything together, got all the paperwork done and such, and within a few months, I got my visa for Romania, and we got on the next plane to Romania and went. So, yeah, basically that's the short end of it, is because he lives here, I wanted to come here. And obviously, because I didn't have any knowledge of the language and such, it was a bit of a challenge, but it's a lot better now. But in the beginning, it was a bit of a challenge. I took a big leap, basically, from going from an English-speaking country to a barely English-speaking country. And the journey so far has been up and down. I was still struggling with a lot of mental health stuff, and also a lot of physical health issues. And since that's sort of sorted out by now, I'm doing a lot better and whatnot. It's going better. I'm able to learn the language. I'm able to explore the country more. I'm able to interact with the people more. It feels like I'm in my retirement phase now. I'm basically in a retirement phase, so to speak, and just enjoying life one day at a time, and looking for new things to do every day, like the dog walking and such that I recently picked up on, and pet sitting gigs and such. It's been a lot of fun, so to speak. It's a much more pleasant environment. It's a friendlier country. It's a safer country. I can actually go out and do my shopping without, being hit on the head, behind on the head with a brick or something, like you would in South Africa. So yeah, it's pleasant. It's really nice. I enjoy it.
I can imagine the enormous leap and change of scenery with that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, but hey, it's like, hey, early retirement to the EU, and not only are you in Romania, but now you have access to 27 other countries in the continent. So that's another benefit there.
It's true. It's definitely something I wanted to see all my life. Is countries like Denmark, Norway, Sweden, the Nordic countries are definitely on the list to go see because of my fascination with it. Honestly, those are beautiful countries. And then of course you got the other countries that are like Greece, Turkey. There's also Central Europe. I've been to Hungary more times now that I can count. It's basically the number one country I've been to now since coming to Romania. It's very unexpected. I never expected to be in that situation. It's very funny. But yeah, it's also lovely.
I mean, Hungary is practically right next to Romania, so I mean...
Yeah, it is. It is. It's a hop, skip, and a step, and there you go. It's the one thing that caught me off guard is how easy it is to go to another country. I'm still in that phase of trying to fathom, hey, I can go to another country without a big hassle. It's just right next door. It's not like, like it was in South Africa. You have to travel thousands and thousands of kilometers, or you have to take a plane, which would take hours to get to the next country. It's not like that here. It's very close. The countries are very close to each other, and this is really interesting for me.
Absolutely. I mean, I can relate in that. Again, when I used to live in Germany, I'd practically take road trips to surrounding countries. And Germany being smack dab in the middle of Europe, yeah, you can imagine how, it was only like a 2 to 3 hour ride away, from where it was. I mean, I've been to Austria. For France, I did fly a plane, but still, it only was like a 40-minute plane ride. And I even managed to walk over the border to Switzerland and for 1 minute. I was in Switzerland for 1 minute.
Wow.
Yeah, I was in southern Germany. What was the city name? Oh, I was in Constance. Yeah, for the audience, if you want to look that up.
I see.
It's basically, it's right by the border of Switzerland, so yeah. And there wasn't even a border, frankly. It was just a sign that said Germany on one side and Switzerland on the other, and I basically even had a little photo shoot where I stood by the border sign with my arms stretched out. Yeah.
Oh, that's lovely.
But yeah, I mean, that's just how Europe is, especially those in the EU. It's practically just hop on over to anywhere you want. So
it's really nice. It's something I never ever experienced before, so it's great.
Absolutely. But that being said, though, you did mention the language barrier, and I imagine it was certainly difficult from the get-go, but how's your Romanian holding up now since you moved in?
Much, much better than it did in the beginning. I did try to learn a little bit of Romanian in the beginning, and I knew basic stuff like hi, hello, and I'm this and that and the other, and introducing myself and such. I was able to do that at least, but not form full sentences, so to speak. And at least now I know what I want to say. I'm able to write and read a little bit more Romanian, though the speaking still needs a lot of work. But yeah, right now I'm able to understand the people at least, which is good.
Yeah, that's with any language. I mean, again, that's also a whole nother topic of its own, of linguistics and learning foreign languages and whatnot. But I will say that, so where I live, there's a lot of international people that come and go because I'm relatively close to a uni. So you're gonna have a lot of foreign students, and I have noticed that the ones that do improve their English speaking skills the most are the ones that regularly socialize, with others, and it only makes sense because when it comes to socializing with others, that's how you naturally practice and improve your speaking skills and whatnot. And the ones that did not improve the most are the ones that stayed up and holed up in their dorm room all day, didn't interact with anybody. So, yeah. I mean,
That's the fastest way to improve is by speaking with people. That much I learned myself, although I was shaking in my boots. I had social anxiety for quite a long time.
not only that, but this also depends on the culture as well. But I think, like, again, depending on where they're from, certain people are like deathly afraid of making mistakes and looking dumb and embarrassed. So
No, that's true.
yeah. And again, the ones that improve the fastest and become fluent the quickest are the ones that are not afraid of making mistakes, are not afraid of looking dumb, and just do it anyways. And if they do make a mistake, it's like, they just brush it off and fix it for the next time. So yeah.
Yeah, move on.
Exactly. Again, it's like with art as well, don't try to be a perfectionist.
Yeah, it doesn't help. It doesn't help at all if you keep staring at that same line over and over. Undoing it over and over isn't going to do. Just make the line and continue on with the rest.
Exactly. Yeah. So, and in fact, that's also going to be that's also a video idea that I have for another episode of Starside Hours, which is that imperfection is the key. Yeah. No, really, it really is. I mean, instead of the generic like avoid perfectionism, I'm gonna even like go further by saying that imperfection is like the standard. So.
Yes, that makes sense. That makes sense.
Absolutely, yeah. Well, the language struggles aside, though, I will say that I hope you're really enjoying your new life in Romania right now, and it's the one thing that I do feel a little bit jealous about you, in the fact that again, you have access to the European continent 24/7. So whereas me, I have to buy like $1,000 ticket to hop on over from the Atlantic Ocean. So yeah, I mean, I did do that last year when I visited Cap, when I traveled to Prague. So, but you know what? That was absolutely worth it. I got to meet a very close friend from online in person finally. So, yeah.
It's a nice feeling, isn't it?
Absolutely, yeah. Which, I mean, admittedly, I was taking a bit of a risk too, in my own way, because again, like I was already talking to this guy online for months now, so we weren't exactly strangers per se, but still, like meeting him like in person for the first time, that was a pretty ballsy move, I will say, because again, like people lie about themselves online all the time. So there was that one what if like portion in the back of my mind thinking, what if this guy actually isn't real?
No, that's just the risk you take when you meet the people online. And it was the same for me, honestly, when I came to Romania. I thought to myself, well, hell, when I first met my husband, I was unsure if we were just going to stand by the airport and wait for actually nobody to come out. But when he actually did come out, I was so relieved and like, oh, hallelujah.
Especially if you're going to not only visit, not just visit, but actually living with somebody. Yeah, that is a pretty big risk, I will say.
That's stepping right outside the boundaries, and I was all for it.
Yeah. So, yeah. Well, I'm glad it worked out for you.
You never know if you don't try.
Exactly, yeah. For me, my concern was whether Cap was a Russian agent and not actually Czech.
You were worried he was going to take you off to the gulag?
Yup. Kidnap you to Moscow.
Oh, hell.
Yeah. I mean, not to get into whole like geopolitics here, but there are like a lot of Russians in Prague, just so you know. So, I mean, it's not exactly out of the realm of possibilities. Yeah. Yeah, we saw a lot of Russian shops when I was there.
Wow.
Yeah. Yup.
I mean, I can understand why we have them here in Romania. I mean, we're basically on Putin's doorstep, but over there in Prague, wow.
I mean, there's historical reasons. I mean, as you know, the country doesn't exist anymore, but Czechia was part of Czechoslovakia and before the during the Cold War, which is fairly recent, let's be real. It was up until the 90s. Yeah, Czechoslovakia was part of the communist bloc, or it was a Soviet satellite state. So, and they're not. Yeah, the Soviet Union doesn't exist anymore, and the whole Cold War may be over, but still, a lot of remnants of it still survives, and there's still a lot of Russians in the whole country in itself, especially in the city of Prague.
Wow.
So, yeah, I mean, it's the same story. Right. It's the same story in other Eastern Bloc countries as well. So even East Germany, frankly.
Yeah, as far as East Germany, wow, it's amazing to think that, honestly, that not so long ago that it was all sort of a unified country.
Yeah, I mean,
I say country, but a unified something, if not a country.
A unified bloc organization, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, I mean.
Yes, there we go.
Hell, again. Not only did I just live in Germany, but I lived in the eastern, the former east of Germany. So you can imagine how that experience was for me, especially back in the 90s and early 2000s when things were still pretty fresh in people's minds. And
holy hell! Yeah,
one of my elementary school teachers, I think, even spoke Russian, which. I mean,
wow.
it makes sense. I mean, it's the same reason why countries around the world learn English. In the Eastern Bloc countries, instead of learning English, they learned Russian because Russia was the big boss for them. So, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. That's true.
Yeah. So, man, a lot of memories are flooding in now. Just, I mean, again. Again, this will probably also be another idea for its own future podcast of our experiences living in foreign countries and visiting Europe and whatnot. But yeah, because boy do I for the audience, I have a lot of stories to tell you guys about my experience living abroad there. So, but yeah, yep. That's why I'm still a travel junkie though. Yeah.
Which is good.
Yeah, and again, we talked about this before, but one of these days I will visit Romania as well, and hopefully see you in person, just like I did with the cap. So.
But you're always welcome here. Doors are open.
Yep. Yeah. Hopefully it'll be safe enough, but again, don't want to get too much into geopolitics there, so we'll leave it at that.
Nah, we're still good.
Yeah. That's great to hear. Cool. Yeah. Well, yeah. Hope you're enjoying your new life in Romania. Yeah. So.
I am. Thank you very much.
Yeah. It really does. It really does sound like you're having a blast. Honestly. So. Yeah. Very happy.
More than I did in years. I can't tell you how happy. The last time I was happy, this happy. I don't remember a time. This is the peak of it, which is for me, yeah, definitely a positive sign.
Absolutely, and I think you really did make the right choice, and I know. Again, another tangent, but that's how we roll here. I know that there's a lot of debates about, whether moving to a different place can actually make your life better and whatnot, and again, don't want to get bogged down to do too much of the philosophical details there, but I do hear a lot in that no, you shouldn't rely on moving to a different place to fix your life. And I mean that I use that term lightly, but still, you shouldn't rely on that to change your life, because whatever issues that you have, that you think moving to a different place can fix, it's internal, and therefore you need to work on yourself internally and not rely on external factors. And I can see where people are coming from with that, but one thing that is undeniable though is that moving to a different place can change your perspectives greatly, which can be the catalyst of monumental changes in your life, including positive ones. So, And with you, given based on what I'm hearing, I think moving to Romania has most definitely, undeniably changed your life for the better. So yeah.
No, that's true. I also know that people told me, you need to work on yourself. You need to do this. You need to do that. You need to talk to your parents. You need to obey what they say. You'll feel better afterwards. That's not how it worked for me. Getting out of that household was the best decision I could have made. And yeah, I could have probably moved out of the house, moved to another city or whatever. That wouldn't have changed a thing. I needed to get even further away.
Go away.
A theory proved true.
Yep. Yeah. I mean, while my situation is not as extreme or desperate as yours was, I am kind of going through a similar dilemma, though. In fact, we talked about this in our previous chats. I am looking to move to a different state of the U.S. eventually, but money's a little tight, so it's probably not going to happen anytime soon. And you know what? To be fair, where I am right now, it's not that bad. So, in fact, I mean, it's all right. Okay. So, yeah, certainly not in any rush. So, but eventually, though, I would like to be close to the ocean. But one can dream.
Yeah, the ocean's nice.
Yeah. I'm also a huge seafood fanatic as well, so there's that as well.
Aha, yeah, exactly like my husband. He loves it whenever we go to the Black Sea. The food is divine.
Absolutely, man. Yeah. Yeah. So. All right, well, man, that was a... Hold on, let me look at the recording of OBS here. 1 hour and 38 minutes and 53 seconds. Wow.
Whee!
We beat Corrupted Judge's record, for the podcast. So, and
he doesn't spew as much shit as I do.
No, but still, I know he's gonna watch this, and not only that, but I do eventually want to invite him back for another round as well. He's gonna try to beat this record as well.
Ooh, we'll see.
Actually, no, I can see a future episode like that, because this is kind of a spoiler here. It's something that I'm kind of planning on. I didn't even tell him this yet either, but I will eventually. But since I'm gonna mention it now, he'll know this as well in advance. But I do want to have a horror / Halloween based podcast episode with him, because.
Ooh.
Like his shtick, being the corrupted judge, that's, he lives up to that aesthetic, but he also used to play a lot of horror-based games as well, which he even dubbed Spooky Month.
Nice.
So, but
nice.
But not only that, but also watching his Helltaker walkthroughs and whatnot, he seems very knowledgeable when it comes to horror / paranormal and even occult-based topics. Given what I've seen, and you know what, I have a great interest in a lot of those topics as well. Even though I've personally never had an experience with the paranormal, never really had any ghost encounters, I am absolutely obsessed with, again, paranormal content such as demons and ghosts and mythical creatures,
nice.
Wendigos and whatnot. And one day I do want to have a podcast session with him and just just talk about all these things and whatnot. So I'm very much looking forward to that.
That sounds like a lot of fun.
Absolutely. It's one of those episodes where, you can definitely turn the lights off, get a warm drink of your liking, and and you're gonna need it as well, because you might have goosebumps and your hair rising.
Knowing me, I might just laugh. I ever since I saw the very first scary movie, it was Chucky. I couldn't help but laugh. I always laughed at the horror stuff. Whenever I got jump scared, I would immediately start laughing. That was my experience with that.
Well, Chucky was more of a gag, though. Let's be honest. So
yeah, it didn't help. My brother was watching. He makes anything look like a walk in the park, including scary movies. So that's That's how I learned to laugh all of this shit off rather than get scared by it.
Yeah, I mean, Chucky is one thing though, but for me, what really creeps me out is like real stuff. And when I say real, I mean like actual, like historical, paranormal myths and whatnot. Like there are a lot of movies that are based on like actual, supposedly real paranormal incidents. Like, are you familiar with Amityville Horror?
I heard of it, yes.
Yeah, like Amityville Horror. I mean, whatever people's opinions are on that, the incident itself did actually happen. People did actually die, and supposedly the perpetrator was possessed by a demon or something. It's really creepy stuff. So, yeah.
I'll need to check into that.
Yeah, and of course, you're aware of the movie The Exorcist, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
My friend was a huge fan, and she dragged me into watching it once. It was entertaining for me, though.
Oh, really? I mean...
Yeah, like I said, scary stuff, I think the only thing that really freaked me out was Chernobyl, the movie. It was...
Gotcha, yeah.
Basically anything to do with radioactive stuff creeps me out a little bit, because that can really mess you up. It's something that can really happen if you get too radioactive. You can find yourself melting in front of a person, you can be sick, you can be whatever. It's that level of creepiness for me.
Gotcha, yeah. On that same note, like for me, it's also like biological, like toxic themes, like zombie outbreaks and whatnot. Like the movie I Am Legend and 28 Weeks Later and Days Later as well. Oh god, they freaked me the F out. It was a mistake to watch those movies when I was a kid.
Oh yeah, when you're a kid and you watch that shit, man, it can mess you up.
Like not only is it very gore, but when I finished those movies, I thought to myself like, oh crap, like what if this shit can actually happen in real life? So
yeah,
I started washing my hands like incessantly. Like little 12-year-old me was afraid that I might actually catch a zombie virus. So I started like taking more than one shower a day, like washing my hands like every 30 minutes, and I was like, I was legitimately freaked out. Okay.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That definitely sparked an OCD for cleaning.
Yeah, for sure, which I still admittedly kind of have, though it has subsided, but still. But I guess the events of 2020 did reignite that a little bit, so which was a smart thing to do. Let's be real. So.
Yeah, true. Though I can never get the smell of alcohol out of my nose ever again. Holy moly.
Oh, yikes. Yeah, you're telling me.
The sanitizing, the hand sanitizers. All you smelled was alcohol.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely, yeah. Yeah, but let's not delve into the 2020 events too much, just so we can avoid the YouTube algorithm, flagging us. Because you know how it goes, we're not allowed to talk about it. Ugh.
Yeah, that's boring.
Yeah. So, yeah. But anywho though, I want to plan a Halloween / creepy themed podcast with the Corrupted Judge eventually when October comes along, and honestly, if any other ideas pop in as well, that I think that you could be a good fit as well, I'd love to do them as well. So yeah.
Woohoo!
And honestly, if you would like to talk about anything in particular, feel free to message me, and DM me as well. So yeah.
Yeah, no problem. If I ever come up with something, I'll let you know.
Absolutely. You and Corrupted Judge, you guys are, again, don't think that this is a one-time deal here. You guys are always welcome to come back for another round like this.
Aww.
Yeah.
And thank you.
Absolutely. Yeah. So cool. Then with that being said, really need to move on here though, because I got one more question here that I keep on stalling. So.
Okay, let's hear it.
Yeah, but no, I mean it's the same. It's the same as the previous one with Corrupted Judge as well. what are the future plans for Chocobirb?
Right now, the future plans are quite simple. I just want to keep improving my artwork, keep improving the editing style of my videos, and keep yapping about whatever. What can I say? I just enjoy talking with the community. I enjoy releasing videos for the community to watch. If there's more people coming on, great. If it's just you guys, that's also great. So the future plans are quite simple. Keep doing what I'm doing, keep improving on what I'm doing, and the rest will follow, is my humble opinion.
And of course, you plan on introducing the future OCs as the new OCs.
Yes,
yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
Yes, that's something that's recent, very recent. In my last video about fun stuff to do with your OCs, I already introduced 3 or so that's going to be making regular appearances.
Mm-hmm. Nice. Then this might be looking too far into the future, but admittedly, this is something that I've thought about myself as well. Would you like to eventually reach 100,000 subscribers and earn the silver plaque button?
Oh yes, absolutely. That would be amazing, really, because that's something. It's not impossible. I'll put it like that. If I really want to earn that, I'll need to work really hard for it, of course, or get lucky. Either one. You never know what could blow up with the algorithm. So just keep doing what I'm doing, and if I reach it, great. If not, that's also fine. I just want the community. That's all that matters to me, is the community.
Absolutely, but the silver plaque button, though, I will say it's one of those things that doesn't seem that doesn't seem like impossible. That's like perfectly within the realm of reach, and not only that, but it's also something that's a huge achievement of its own that, like, you can't help but feel extremely proud and accomplished when you do reach that point. So, which is why it's a thing. So,
no, I will agree.
Yeah.
I agree with you there. It would be very nice to reach that level. Hell, I'll be happy if I reach the 10,000 and get the bronze button, that's already an accomplishment for me.
Absolutely, yeah. But I don't know. It's something, I don't know about you, but it's something that I'm certainly very serious about. So, but I would love to see all of us, including Corrupted Judge as well, get to that point. So, yeah. Just to say, like, hey,
working hard, we'll reach it. Yeah.
Yeah. Just to say, hey, we did it,
Exactly. And I'm sure if we keep helping each other, then it's going to be even easier. That's the whole point, teamwork.
As long as we're consistent and keep doing what we're doing, but not only that, but also improve as well, I think we'll get there eventually. It's just a matter of how long it takes, so hopefully it's a little bit more quick, but
yeah, no, I agree with you.
I have seen some people that get 100,000 subscribers in like a month, and it's like, I don't know if that's ever gonna happen with me, but I mean, it seems way too ambitious. But hey, you never know what's gonna happen.
That's the thing, you never know. Keep an open mind, and life. What's that saying from Forrest Gump? Life's like a box of chocolates, or something like that.
Yeah, the quote loses me as well, but I know what you're saying. Yeah. I mean, I guess to pivot back to the whole like YouTube journey thing, I think it's not only just important to be consistent, but also consistently improve, because you don't want to just keep doing the same thing over and over again, because then you know what the definition of insanity is: doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results.
No, I agree. Keep improving and keep seeing what you can do better, and the results will follow.
Exactly. Yep. So, then with that said, on that certainly encouraging and high note as well, that finally wraps up the, what episode is this? Damn, I already forgot. I think it's episode 3. Yeah, it's episode 3 of Starside Hours, as well as the second podcast as well, with Chocobirb being our guest today. And again, Chocobirb, thank you for making the time to come on this podcast. I really appreciate you accepting the invite. And yeah, like I said before, you are. Don't think that this is just a one-time deal. You are always welcome to come back for round 2 and any other following rounds as well. Whenever you want to hop on in, just have a casual chat like this. And I don't know, maybe one day we'll even have you and the Corrupted Judge as well, and have like a trio, chat as well.
Ooh,
one day.
That would be nice.
Another idea that I had in mind. But anyways, looking at the recording here, wow, it's an hour and 52 minutes, almost 2 hours. Is your mouth dry yet from all the talking?
Nah, I could still go.
It is getting a little bit dry for me though. So, but yeah.
Oh dear. With that said, I guess I have to make this joke. I'm a woman. We chatter. What can I say? That's the difference between me and Judge. I'm a woman. I talk more bullshit.
Nah. Guys can be just as much of a chatterbrainers as much as women. We just talk about different things instead. So you'd be surprised. You'd be surprised when the alcohol starts to flow, but that's a whole nother can of worms.
Oh Lord, I'd like to see that.
Yeah. So, but yeah, once again, really appreciate you hopping on. Thanks for coming by.
Thank you. It was fun.
Absolutely, yeah. And I swear to God, there was another thing that I was gonna say before we wrap things up here, but it kind of loses my mind. God damn it! It's always during moments like these, having these awkward silences. What was I gonna say? Nope, it loses me. I'll probably DM you later if it ever comes.
No problem.
It was gonna be something important, but just forgot it at the most convenient time. So, whatever.
It happens.
Yeah, it happens. So, yeah. So, again, with that being said, this wraps up episode either 3 or 4, I can't remember. Episode 3 or 4 of Starside Hours, and the podcast with I almost said Corrupted Judge. I almost said Corrupted Judge. No. With Chocobirb. Yeah. So, yeah. Oh, I was gonna say this. It wasn't important. Actually, turns out it wasn't important. I was gonna say this is gonna be very great background noise for people, just like the previous podcast.
I hope so. I really hope so. Hopefully, they won't be turned off by my laugh. I know people have cringed before when they heard my laugh. So.
Nah, your laugh is fine. I've heard like really terrible laughs before. Trust me, that really makes me want to blow my brains out. It's like, oh my god, how could somebody like laugh like that? it's like they're not
turning
even
back to the SpongeBob though.
I want to do another impression here, but involves me throwing a lot of F words. I'm not sure if that's really the best idea.
Nah, let's not give YouTube something to come after.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'll just replace the F word with just the letter F. But it's like, I only have one thing to tell you, everybody. F you, SpongeBob. F you, Patrick. F you, Mr. Krabs. And F Bikini Bottom! So just imagine that with the actual F word, you know?
Yeah. I imagine it.
Maybe one... Here's another idea. Maybe I'll do another podcast session where I'm just doing my impressions only. No. Picture this. Corrupted Judge and Squidward podcast. Or even with you.
Ooh, that'll be nice.
Welcome, everybody, to another episode of Starside Hours podcast. Mr. Lawrence is sick, unfortunately, so I, Squidward Tentacles, will be your host for today. Everybody clap! Clap, everybody! Come on! I'm not that terrible!
Lovely. Oh, I would love that. That's amazing.
All right, that's another horsing around. This was supposed to end 10 minutes ago. I don't know what the hell I'm doing here. But I'm just having that much fun. I mean, I don't know about you.
That's the thing, as long as we're having fun.
Yeah. I mean, like I said with the previous one as well, this, I'm kind of afraid that this might turn into like a C tier version of a Joe Rogan podcast. Those ultra 4-hour long sessions, which I don't know how the hell he does it that long, but yeah, one of those days it is gonna happen. Yeah. In fact, Corrupted Judge did this. He did mention this in the previous podcast as well, but he did mention that he wanted to do like an after dark session, if you know what that is.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like there's no format, there's no structure like I had here with the questions. Like we just hop on and we just talk about anything, just start bullshitting around and I don't know, talk about anything, just from
have a blast.
Yeah, talk about how the Illuminati secretly runs the world and delve into a bunch of conspiracies as well. Am I right?
And Trump's haircut. That's what I'll be talking about. Trump's hairdo.
I have the greatest hair. It's a fabulous hair. I'm gonna grow a big, beautiful hair. And the Mexicans are gonna pay for my hair. Because it's so fabulous. They've got the best stylists. Yeah, I love them.
Oh my word.
Okay.
Beautiful. Love it.
All right, we actually need to stop this now before this spirals down even more towards unhinged levels. What is going on anymore?
Who knows?
This is, you know what? This is our after dark session right now. Like the actual podcast already ended like 15 minutes ago. Now we're just horsing around. I don't know what's going on.
What can I say? Just that much fun to talk to you.
Yeah, same with. It's mutual, man. Same with you.
Woohoo!
What time is it over right now in Romania, by the way?
Let's see, 22:32. So 10.
Damn, it's almost midnight. Thanks. Hope you're not feeling too tired.
Nah, I'm good. I'm really, honestly, my sleeping schedule is on par. I'm getting enough hours.
Yeah, but also time zone differences can be a bit of a ditch, so.
Yeah, that's also true.
Yeah, that's also why, talking to Cap as well. I mean, we have to kind of schedule it. It's not something I can just do off the cuff, unfortunately, but we're all busy people.
It is what it is.
Yep. All right, let's end it for real now, before things really get out of hand. So, again, here's a second attempt. That, ladies and gentlemen, that finally wraps up the 4th episode of Starside Hours with another podcast with Chocobirb. And once again, Chocobirb, I would like to thank you tremendously for hopping on this podcast session and making the time for it. So again, much appreciated, and you're always welcome to come back for another round. So
thank you, I appreciate it.
Yeah, that's Chocobirb, everybody. I will leave her channel and other socials in the description as well if you want to check out her own channel and any other works that she has. And hey, in fact, just to play as the salesman here, if you need to get any commissions done, like VGen or any other, or if you're getting married, if you recently got married and you're looking for, some married couple wedding pictures, check out her commission shop as well, and, give her, give her something to work on so she can, not only do what she's very passionately about, but also earn some side change as well. So, hey, it's a great idea as well. So. Yeah, I will put all the socials in the description as well. So, yeah. Chocobirb, everybody, clap your hands. Put the clapping emoji in the comment section. Do it now, or I'll hunt you down.
Just do it!
Come on, do it now! That was Arnold Schwarzenegger. All right. Good night, everybody.
Nighty night.
Yep. Thank you to my patrons on Patreon for supporting this channel. My $5 patrons are Kapitan Sladek, Kidsap, Chocobirb, and Dravenraven. My $2 patrons are Komida the Prep Cook Demon. If you would like to appear at the end credits of my videos, as well as have early access and exclusive content on Patreon, feel free to hop on over to patreon.com/LTELawrence and give a pledge. Your support is greatly appreciated. Thank you for watching. Until next time, this is T. Lawrence of the Arcadia, signing out.